Welcome to this Automobilista 2 video. For this one we're at the Monza Historic 10k circuit, driving the vintage Formula Gen 2 cars. So to start with, we've got Aaron, not too quick off the line, not quite got to grips with these cars yet. He spins it around and gets going. We're going to let him have a bit of a play before we come back to him. Next we have Jim, who makes a bit of a jump start and causes chaos. Takes out the chopper, who's on the front row. He managed to get it pointed in the right direction fairly quickly, but he heads off down the wrong part of the circuit. So we're not going to see Jim for a while. Next up is Chopper, who's on the front row on the outside, and as we just saw, he gets taken out by Jim. He manages to get going fairly quickly and joins the correct side of the circuit. Then there was Harvey, who was also on the front row. Had a bit of a slow start, but avoided all the mayhem. And away he goes. And then there was me on the second row. Had to swerve to avoid Harvey's slow start. Across the line into the other lane of the track, but I get away initially in the lead. We found out fairly quickly that these things don't really like going around corners very quickly. I also don't like stopping very quickly, but after a bit of practice we started getting the hang of it. So then we can see there's me and Harvey with Chopper in the background, who will close up in due course. And we're just struggling to get around these very mild corners. Ease off a little bit to get around that corner, otherwise we run wide and run off the circuit. So Harvey's done it a little bit quicker than me, taking the slipstream. Chopper's closing up. And we just got to stop in time for this corner. Just about managed it this time. Closed up a bit on Harvey. Trying to take the inside line but getting a bit wheel spin. And there's the first half of the lap around the original, the circuit part of it, rather than we're now running onto the oval section, so the other half of the lap, which is pretty hairy, very bumpy, really difficult just to keep the car in a straight line or on line. Slipstream, trying to get past Harvey. Quick check in the mirrors. Eased off a little bit, just so I could have the whole circuit to meander around in. Make sure I get around the corner without crashing. Although I do catch the barrier. So I'm on another lap. And Chopper is still 5 odd seconds behind. Won't be long before he catches us up. Oh, we're still in the lead, coming into the first corner where we have to brake. Found the button to do a panoramic spin around the cars. I went a bit wide and had to slow down a little. Fair way back. I'm not entirely sure where Jim is, as he's done a lap of the old circuit before we started the race. He's probably quite way behind us. I just managed to sneak past Harvey in that corner. closer now. And it's not too far behind. Looks like he's gradually getting the hang of things. Slight ease off for the corner, get back on the power again, pick up the slipstream. And we've got a brake for this corner, big SO sign, should be fairly obvious by now. But Chopper didn't quite make it and took out Harvey. Then we're on board Harvey's catching up Chopper again, who's looking for the inside as we go onto the banking. Harvey's in the Brabham version of the car, which seems to have really bouncy suspension when you look at it from this view. As he clips the barrier on the exit. Looking for the slipstream on Chopper again. Coming back out onto the actual circuit part of the track, rather than the oval bit. So looking for the first corner brake zone. Chopper didn't brake quite as hard as I did. And all come together, just about hung on to that. Surprisingly, I do have a habit of just spinning off. And Harvey didn't quite make it past me that time. Well, not cleanly anyway. So just down the road a bit, we have a regroup, start racing together again. I'm looking for a slipstream past Harvey, and then trying to pick one up off a Chopper, but we've got a brake for the corner. Oh, we touched wheels, and well, none of us made it around the corner. There's Harvey sliding off into the barrier, and I get knocked off course and have to brake and end up in the gravel. Chopper gets the worst of it. He ends up rolling a couple of times and ends up on his roof. Well, upside down, should I say. He hasn't really got a roof, has he? And another view. Just looked the wheels up, couldn't turn. And sneaking up on, oh no, just clipped Harvey, who then clipped Chopper, who then ends up in the sand trap, in the gravel, up by the sign. So after we've got ourselves sorted out again, start the second part of this lap, going for the oval section. Just slipstream past me, always eased up a bit, and I've gone up the inside of him on the bouncy oval, looking for the inside on Chopper, just hanging on to it. It's all a bit wobbly, not a lot of room. Yeah, I was looking for a gap down the middle, which isn't really there, but it's reappeared. Looks like he's going to make it. Onto the second banking. Into the lead goes Harvey. Chopper goes around the outside of me. And clips the barrier. Now I'm trying to pick up the slipstream off of Chopper as we go down the straight, as we head out onto the next lap with the circuit section. And I've braked a bit earlier. Chopper's made contact with Harvey, he spins off and I just miss him, but Chopper ends off getting a wheel on the grass and spinning off into the woods himself. Little replay, Harvey going off, then Chopper going off and me just creeping through. So Harvey then follows Steve off into the woods, Steve, Chopper, and then finds Chopper in the woods, and they both end up crashing. Ah, there's the contact. That puts Harvey off the circuit initially, then Steve gets a bit of a slide, slides through all the ghost trees, finds the wall, has a spin round, before Harvey arrives on the scene. So after we recover from that, we regroup again. In the meantime, Aaron has caught us up and slipped into the lead. And that was Harvey went off and just respawned. Oh dear, yeah, he did go off just in front of me. Wasn't much I could do about that, but he got away with it. Regroup again, but got a little bit close together. See, Aaron's caught us up a sea, and I think Jim has actually retired to the pits. I think he gave up. I didn't see him again. I think he's just sitting there watching. So here there's 4 of us on the banking now in a group, trying not to take each other out, trying to get round the corner. We're on board Chopper, slipstreaming Harvey. A bit wobbly, looking for a gap that's not really there. No, we'll see it wasn't a gap. So it's taken me out, and he's gone flying down the barrier before Aaron arrives on the scene and gives him a bit of a shunt. And he's flying through the air before finally coming to rest. Oh yeah, I think I touched the barrier and slid into him. Aaron gives him a bit of a push, and he goes flying down the banking. Yeah. So after regrouping again a bit further around the circuit, Harvey got a bit of a run on me, and going off the Chopper, we've got to lift off a bit for this corner. And then get going again. Aaron managed to survive that carnage earlier, and he's got a bit of a lead on us. Braking for this corner, we've all just about made it, except the Chopper's ended up on the grass and lost some speed. As we come round for another lap, and this part of the lap is the banked oval section again. Look at the way that Brabham suspension's jumping about. It's pretty horrendous, isn't it? Compared to the Lotus suspension, and Chopper's also in the Lotus. I think is Aaron. Oh no, Aaron's also in a Lotus. Oh, Aaron's in the same Lotus as I am. So, yep. So back on board Harvey for the second bank, coming out the corner. Over the start finish line, Harvey's got a bit of a lead. Jump ahead to the next time round on the banking. And now we've got Aaron in the lead, and Harvey, and we're on board me with Chopper coming up behind. Not far behind. To start another, don't quite know why Aaron was stopped on the finish line. Me and Harvey went past him, so Chopper is looking for a slipstream off of me. Oh dear. Then finds Aaron as I swerve out the way at the last moment. Replay of it. So I just swerve out the way, Harvey swerves out the way, and Chopper didn't get time to. going. I think I'm just behind. Well, Aaron got going as well, but the timing's all gone nuts because I think we crossed the line on the wrong part of the circuit, so I didn't really understand what was going on. Yes, it's saying Chopper in the lead, but I think he's last. Yeah. Yeah, we confused the timing system. With me and Harvey and Aaron waiting for Chopper. Although he's showing in the lead. Yeah, he's definitely behind us. So he's just gone under the bridge. We can see the rest of the cars in front now. Oops, give me a little shove. And I'll take out Harvey. There we are, just waiting for him to catch up. Whoops. Both cars get a bit entangled together. And then both respawn in the same spot at the same time. Confuses the graphic system. Get the shove again and take out Harvey. Tangled up in the grass and in the barriers. And when I respawn, I'm on top of Harvey and it doesn't like it and pings me off into the barrier. Same thing from Harvey's point of view. So eventually make it round for the last half of the lap on the banked circuit. Aaron's really struggling to keep it straight, but pulls it together and gets under control. I'm catching him up, not quite sure where to try and get past him. Just see ahead that Chopper and Harvey are battling as well. So on board Harvey on the banking. Can't see Chopper in his mirrors, he's not far behind. Oh, there he is. Who's that he finds then? Well, that's me and Aaron just spreading out to miss Harvey, who's facing the wrong way. There's Chopper coming back onto the circuit, takes me out after we've crossed the line.